Okay, welcome to this module, which is around Power Virtual Agents in Teams and licensing. Just a very little bit about licensing. So you can create Power Virtual Agents from right within Microsoft Teams. It's really easy to do, and there are different capabilities. It's fairly well featured in Teams. There are some things you can't do in the Teams version that you can do in the full version, but just know that you can go to Teams and create a chatbot right within Teams. You can create internal bots for employees. It is the same creation experience of what you've been doing today. So anyone in the organization can start creating virtual agents. In fact, one of our clients, he created a chatbot for IT within Teams, and then deployed it from right within Teams to everyone across the organization, which is pretty neat. When you deploy Power Virtual Agents, you get this thing called Dataverse for Teams. It is a Teams-tailored version of the Power Platform Dataverse, but it's specifically for Teams. And Chatbot connects to Dataverse for Teams data. So it's a little bit different to the Power Platform and Dynamics databases, but it's a Dataverse just for Microsoft Teams, which you need to have in Teams for it to work. So the lab will guide you through lots of good stuff on this. Let's just go to the lab and have a look. First things first, if you created your own tenant and you browse to teams.microsoft.com, so teams.microsoft.com. So first of all, do go to teams.microsoft.com. Oh goodness, teams.microsoft.com. Just to make sure that you've got it installed. So I'm going to go in as this demo. Skip for now. Now get the Windows app. If you're not, I'd recommend not doing that. I'd use the web app. So it prompts you to get the Windows app. Don't. Simply use the web app. It's just as good as the Windows app. That's point number one. Point number two is if you're using your own demo tenant and you might be prompt to start a trial of Office 365, just start the trial. That's all fine. Just start the trial and then you get access to Teams, be able to do everything that the lab asks you to do. Some other things on the lab. It tells you to create a team and then deploying the app. So you're actually going to use Power Virtual Agents in Teams. In fact, let me do that here. So if you go to Apps, Power Virtual Agents, and then Add, and then you'll see it on the tab down here, and then right mouse click and I can pin and then click on Start Now. I think that might just be a video actually. Oh, no, I've got to create a team. Yep. So I'm not going to do that, but you can see in here you can create a chatbot from within Teams in here. So this is a different interface. Power Virtual Agents for Teams are different bots to Power Virtual Agents on the web. So when you create a new chatbot in here, you're creating the chatbot within the Teams environment that can live inside Teams. You can deploy a Power Virtual Agent Microsoft.com. You can deploy a Power Virtual Agents web app, Power Virtual Agents bot to Teams, and you can, and vice versa. You can deploy. Actually, you can't deploy a Power Virtual Agent for Teams across any other channel other than within Teams. Whereas a Power Virtual Agent that you create in this interface, you can deploy it to Teams. So as a channel, you can choose Teams and deploy it through there. However, if you create the bot here within Teams, you can only use it within Teams. That's an important distinction. So I'll let you go through the lab. Just before you do that, I do want to cover a little bit about licensing and subscription model. Obviously, lots of caveats here. This changes all the time. So do make sure you get the most up-to-date information from your Microsoft partner or from your Microsoft account manager. You might be under an enterprise agreement, which would be different licensing again. So do double check all of this stuff. Which subscription do you need? So there's the Power Virtual Agents for Teams, which channels, Microsoft Teams only. Power Virtual Agents is all the channels that you see on the interface there. Connect your data only using standard connectors. So in Power Virtual Agent, in Power Automate, there's this concept of standard connectors and premium connectors. Standard connectors tend to be everything that's around Office. So SharePoint, Forms, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, all of Outlook, all of those standard connectors, you can use those in Power Virtual Agents for Teams. Chat sessions are unlimited, but only within the Teams context. And you can't use bot framework to extend Power Virtual Agents for Teams. So Power Virtual Agents for Teams is very much a playground or a way to build simple solutions for servicing particular parts of the business. If you want to build a more enterprise level or a customer service, a strong customer service centric Power Virtual Agent, then this is where you'd need to buy the license. And the license is, you can deploy it to all channels. You can use premium custom gateways. Importantly, with the Connect Your Data item, you don't need a separate Power Automate license. Anything that a Power Virtual Agent uses in Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent has these things called Power Automate use rights. So you don't need a separate license for Power Automate. You can have 2,000 sessions per month. A session tends to be one conversation from beginning to end with a user. There's a couple of limits on that. I think it's 50 or 100 chats, something like that counts as a session, or 24 hours, but 2,000 sessions per month. And you can extend with bot framework, and there's a trial that you can leverage to investigate things. Power Virtual Agents is licensed per tenant, charged the number of build sessions. The Power Virtual Agents for Teams is available if you've got Teams. You can just go and play with that straight away. Power Virtual Agents it's $1,000 US for 2,000 sessions. Works at about 1,400 Australian dollars if you're in Australia, and there's a license type called Power Virtual Agent User License that you need to assign to people that author chatbots, and you do that in the admin interface. There's no charge to that. It's charged at the license level. There's no limit on the number of people you can have with a Power Virtual Agent User License, but for anyone that needs to author them, they must be assigned that SKU inside the admin portal. If you want to upgrade from Teams, then there's a start free trial. There's ways of doing that inside Teams. That's it. Go forth with the lab, and lab number 10, creating a chatbot in Microsoft Teams, if you so wish. And if you get stuck, reach out to us via the support bubble. Thank you.